Hi folks, Richard here with AHF Products and the Robbins brand. Today I want to talk to you about natural wood variation and why it's beautiful, and I want to talk to you about moldings such as stair nose and how they apply to your customer, what they should expect, and how you can educate them so you don't have callbacks and you have very satisfied and happy customers that feel like they knew what they were getting from the very get-go. So the first thing I want to point out is I want to show you a piece of unfinished wood. This is a piece of unfinished engineered oak, and you can see without any stain, without any oil, just natural unfinished, you have a darker plank and you have a lighter plank. And then next to this darker plank, you have a lighter one again. And this is just natural wood. This is how natural products look, and that's the beauty of them. So with that said, I want to move on to a product that's been stained. And here we have a beautiful hickory, nice wide boards, and you have that beautiful variation from plank to plank. If you look right here, you can see this is kind of lighter, and then it starts to blend into a darker color. And this is all within the same plank. And then when you move down, you see overall this adjoining plank that butts up to this one is much lighter. But its neighbor is really dark compared to that. And they're all considered the same color. So with that said, when moldings are made, manufacturers, they can't choose to make moldings that are all different colors, right? They've got to find one that works with this whole product. And so let's say they choose this darker color or on the darker scale, right? When your installer gets these moldings, let's say they're stair nose, and they tend to be on the darker side, they've got to pick through the cartons that they have on hand, and they've got to pick darker planks so that the step is going to match the stair nose. So they're both correlating in a darker palette, a darker color scheme. Because if they pick the lighter ones and they match it, or they try to correlate it, I should say, with a stair nose that's darker, you're going to get this big contrast. And Mr. Jones is going to come in and he's going to see the floor and he's going to love it. But then when he walks up the staircase, he's going to have light and dark lining up right next to each other that not only don't correlate, but they're a big, big contrast. And that's not going to make Mr. Jones happy. So we need to make sure that we explain this to customers on the front end so that they can double check their installers, so that they can work with their installers to get a better product. The last thing I want to point out when we're selling wood and its natural beauty and variation is, we'll take this particular color for an example. This is a lighter color, but we see here that this plank that's basically starting up is darker than the one next to it. And we can really see it as we move up into this area. This is much darker than that. And so when our customer sees this, they may not notice this small new strip. And the best way to educate them is to show them a room scene, so they see the full scale, right? Here we have, this is what it's going to look like, Mr. Jones, within your home. Here's all the variation, and it's natural and it's beautiful, but we've got to prepare them so that they understand what to expect when they get the finished product installed. And so those are my tips on how to explain moldings, transition pieces, and what the natural variation is going to be. Go out there, sell it, love it. Wood's a beautiful product. You know I love you, and I'll see you next time.